I'm still pissed 5 years later. It's been 5 years. 5 years. And we've had no apology from Lids. Nor Fanatics, I guess, too, but it's Lids. So I wanted to make a more extravagant video. I still will, but I wanted to make a video for D-Day. When the decimation of Lids happened. When Lids fell apart and fell into the dark times. Now, I know that lately Lids had become cool, that they did get, hats with color UVs, side patches, different color designs. They had all these cool things that pandered down basically to these kid collectors who were hopping aboard when Hat Club was getting popular, um, and some of these uh, shoe collectors, sneakerheads that came over to infiltrate the hat collecting world. When all that happened, Lids catered down to a lot of those folks and produced the hats that were popular. I mean, of course, it's a business to have good product, but it's also good business to have good customer service, to have a good shopping experience. And Lids has fallen quite short of that in 5 years' time. Um, for those of you who are, the kids, you know, those kid collectors or sneakerheads that came over and joined the hat world, post 2020, um, didn't know Lids like some of us did. I mean, I'm not the oldest, collector, but I'd been collecting hats since 2016. Officially, been using Lids since 2016, since August of 2016, and I know there's some of those who have been with Lids even longer. But March 19th, 2019, I remember Sergio um, had texted me after my lunch break at work that Lids website changed. I'm like, oh? He's like, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of things you don't like, so let's see what it is. I go to lids.com. It was a carbon copy of the shit Fanatics website. And a lot of us were on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, with our displeasure towards Lids. And us OG YouTube channels, YouTube hat channels, us OGs took to YouTube to voice our frustration. We were all pissed because, I could be mad at the fact that they changed the website to that crappy Fanatics website. Carbon copy, basically. I could be mad at they took away the rewards for online shopping. I could be mad that they took away the ability to use the website to check for in-store inventory. I could also be mad that I wouldn't be able to do a store pickup order, online order, ever again. And even before COVID. I could be angry that they changed the system of how you get your reward, your discount. That you had to get a code to use it. It wasn't, and that code couldn't be applied to any or everything, every hat on the website. I I could have been mad about those. But the thing that I was mad about the most, I think a lot of us were, Lids didn't fucking tell us about it. Lids told no one what they were doing. They didn't tell their employees. They didn't tell consumers. They didn't tell us who they wanted us to be branded as Lids Loyal. They didn't tell us. And that's what hurt the most. I get it. Lids is not a huge corporate business. It's not a Fortune 500 company. It's not Netflix. It's not Apple. It's not Best Buy. It's not Home Depot. It's not Walmart. Not Target. It's not Microsoft. It's not Nvidia, Sony. Um, it's not those big brands. Disney. I get it. But it really shakes the trust from us consumers, us hat collectors, us Lids loyalists. It shakes our trust with you when you don't tell us that you're doing it. That you're changing our way of purchasing hats. That our methodology to enjoy buying hats, that seamless integration of online and in-store commerce is split. It's like an iron curtain down the middle, like the iron curtain that Winston Churchill talked about. Exaggeration? Just a bit, but not by a whole lot. It really hurt us. And some of us are still bitter about it. Most of us, true Lids customers, still reel in the fact that there was a tone-deaf response. I haven't found it yet, but I remember how Lids put up a GIF, I say GIF, of Ben Stiller from the Dodgeball movie. Something relating to like, hey, listen up. And basically they doubled down on what was happening. They thought that it was okay to defend the social media guy, that, you know, they were posting about some sporting event, and everyone comes crashing in with a tidal wave of negative comments about how the whole lid system changed, and no one was happy about it. And I get it that the social media guy is not in charge of the lids company. They're just there to put out communications and relating to whatever they please to be. And usually with this realm, it's sports. So they posted about sports. But if you're not going to give out any kind of press release, post, video, anything, any fucking inkling of communication, not even smoke signals. No Telegram, no Pony Express, no messenger pigeon, no message in a bottle, nothing was communicated about how we consumed your products and enjoyed your business services. and yet you still were able to find a way to excuse yourself of all responsibility. It's just sad. It's sad how the balance is out. There's no balance of that product and customer service. It's imbalanced. You're putting too much emphasis towards the product and not on the customer service. You can do both. I think you can. I know I just work retail as a lowly associate at a Best Buy, and I probably don't exactly know what I'm talking about with macro scale business running operations. But I'd like to think that you should be able to, especially if you have the backings of Fanatics. That if you're able to break away with Lids HD, which I predicted that. It'll be for another video in depth, but I predicted Lids HD that Lids would break away from Fanatics website because it was clunky and no one liked it. So you're able to break away with Lids HD. So why stop there? Why stop with a website that's at best usable maybe 96, maybe 72 hours a week? I'm sure you could do better, but you're choosing not to. It's very interesting. It's sad. Again, I'd like to make a request for an apology. Not to me, but to us hat collectors out there, us Lids loyalists. Would want an apology that you dropped the ball on the transition from being Lids only to being Lids by Fanatics, Lids under Fanatics. The transition was botched. And you know what? Some companies botch their transitions. I can't think of an example exactly off the top of my head, but it happens. But you know what? Those companies own up to their mistakes. But Lids hasn't. And it's been frustrating. And I've been on you guys for a long time about this. And I don't like to do it, but I have to because everyone has their blinders on. Everyone is blinded from the pandering that has been done with a product of Lids. They're great products, but you have to get back to good customer service, a good shopping experience, which has been all but abandoned completely for the last 5 years. So tell me how far off I am. I don't think I am off. I had wanted to see a communications director through Lids, but that never happened, did it? Oh well, maybe another time, maybe another 5 years. We'll see. It's of course disappointing. It's hurtful, and some people have either moved on and accepted the fact that Lids will not be what it used to be. I know that also isn't the case, but some people are content with Lids right now. But I'm not. I know some other people aren't. There's less people than I would hope would be on that side. But here, I plead again for support from other hat collectors that we find a way to bring accountability to this mistake that was made. So, I guess cheers to a 5-year anniversary. But if you compare, 5 years later, in 2019, you had the snap from Thanos. But 5 years later, everyone came back. But 5 years later, with Lids after their snap, it won't come back. I hope it will. It might not. And they just might use the reality stone, their version of a reality stone, to make a new reality where they put more emphasis on product and customer experience and just ignore all those who wanted better lids with constructive criticism and feedback. But they'll snuff it out. They'll use their reality stone to wipe that away and think everything is good. And ignore responsibility and accountability. It's unfortunate, but cheers.